Who is recording, April? Yeah. Who's doing the email?
Here, right.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Sorry.
Ronald?
Yeah, Ronald, my bad. Sorry.
That's like, Roger got paid.
My bad.
All right. So we will start the clock on your very first word.
I'm not the one for a cop to be beaten on and thrown in jail. We can go toe to toe in the middle of a sale. Messing with me cause I'm a teenager with a little bit of gold and a pager. Searching my car, looking for the product, thinking every black person's trying to sell narcotics. This line is by the famous actor, rapper, and former NWA rap group member, Ice Cube. And in these lyrics, Ice Cube speaks on his life, his surroundings, and the non-glamorous world he grew up in. And in this world, an era was born, an era that still affects us to this day, and that era is gangster rap. This genre of music was not always coined as gangster. It is known that the Los Angeles Times states that a man named Jonathan Gold had an interview with the NWA rap group and actually coined this term for the rap group, for this whole genre of music, and then it went from there. The artists actually felt like they were talking about the reality of their lives, so they actually called it reality rap. And it went from, because they were talking about the realities of the struggles they went through in their life that many people didn't want to talk about, including government officials and politicians. In this speech, I will talk to you guys about gangster rap's history and where it has come to be. When you're growing up in a rundown or poor area, it can produce a lot of crime. An article published by the National Dialogue Network stated that crime and poverty leave people with two choices: either take part in the criminal activity or try to find limited sources of income, if any available at all. Say when you grow up in a poor area, this leaves businesses not wanting to be built there because of sales issues. So when a business isn't built there, it leaves people out of jobs. And that causes people to take to the streets with criminal activities such as robbing, looting, stealing, etc., in order to make some type of ways of income. And this sometimes causes police to react because of the rise in criminal activity with police brutality in order to lessen the crime rate, as you can see here. And with police, this less police brutality.
Rappers begin to express.
Okay, yeah. Even though with this combination of police brutality and criminal activity, rappers began to express their feelings on the mic with aggressive lyrics and funky beats. And with these aggressive lyrics, rappers had to come with aggressive personality also in order to resemble their lyrics. So a lot of that could also be another place where the coin gangster rap came from, because these rappers would actually resemble the same thing gangsters would actually look like back then. As gangster rap began to climb and became more popular, such rappers as Ice-T and a lot of the members of the NWA rap group made a good amount of money from it. And African Americans from poor areas saw this, and of course everybody wants a taste of success, so they ran after this and jumped on the mic also. With this rise of the popularity of the genre of music, the original purpose seemed to adjust from talking about someone's reality and their struggles to talking about and associating yourself with gangs and bragging about your criminal activity. Some popular artists that are well known is Snoop Dogg and The Game, and they would actually brag about being in the Bloods and Crips. Other gangs were formed, but these weren't considered gangs, they were considered rap groups. These rap groups, some well-known ones, are Cypress Hills, 3 6 Mafia, and Bone Thugs and Harmony. With all this major popularity in the genre of music, there seemed to be bound to have some dramatic decline. Like I said before, rap groups were being formed, and this caused some rivalries to occur. A well-known rivalry that many people knew about was Death Row Records and Bad Boy Records, and they're both from the East and West Coast. With this rivalry occurring, there seemed to be like a mini war going on, and a lot of the employees from both rap groups were being shot at, killed, stabbed, murdered, and towards the conclusion of this mini war, the final shots were heard around the world from anybody in the rap group scene. Biggie Smalls from Bad Boy Records and Tupac Shakur from Death Row Records were brutally shot and killed, and it is still an unsolved crime that has left many speculations on who the suspect really is. With all this killing and crime being committed, a lot of artists began to push themselves away from the rap scene, and people such as Dr. Dre even made a song and said, "It takes half the time to get your whole life reversed." People always trying to play Rambo with their ammo, make me want to stay in family mode. Also, Snoop Dogg, if you guys didn't know, pursued a career in reggae and called himself Snoop Lion. With nowadays, there are only reminiscence of gangster rap here and there. Just like recently, the NWA rap group performed at Coachella and drew in a huge crowd, but this genre of music is still not as popular as it was in the 90s. That's them at Coachella. And in this speech, I told you guys about gangster rap's history and where it has come to be. And even though gangster rap had a falling out that left many people dead and many songs unwritten, it has left an everlasting impression on the music industry that we still hear today. And just like Ice Cube said, today was a good day. And when I sit back and I listen to some gangster rap, it really is a good day. Thank you.